Did you ever wonder what it might be like to write a first novel? Have you ever wondered if you could do something to make a difference after you're 65? Have you wondered what it might be like to make a difference to the world through your writing at any age? Well, if you fit into one of those three categories, maybe this video is for you. Join me as I take you along the journey in a series of videos while I write my very first novel. Welcome back to An Accidental Retiree. I'm Tammy E. And this is May 1st, so I'm in month 3 of writing my first novel, and I'm taking you along for that journey. This novel I got the idea for about 55 years ago, somewhere between 1970 and 1972. And there are many times that I even started this in the early 2000s. There were times in the 90s that I thought I was going to work on this, so I kind of did some little sketches, but I was working on other things too. There were times, I think, in college and just after college that I started getting ideas for this and started writing notes down and stuff, but I just never got it going, really. So, and definitely in high school, I thought about it too. Probably wrote little bits and bobs to myself in notebooks long ago discarded. But anyway, that is where this story's origin started. As I was writing yesterday, and the day before, and thinking about this writing, I realized that the whole series has different elements of horror in it. So, in a way, this one really starts off that way. And there's a lot of scary stuff that happens. And it's navigating the scary stuff of life. That's kind of a general theme. And so it's pretty gruesome at first, even though it's not completely graphic either. So maybe that's going to be, so I don't think it's going to be suitable for young children for sure. But then again, some of these things happen to young children. The protagonist is me, in a sense, but I do fictionalize myself. And the same with members of my family. They're more composites and more idealization or negativization of all of us. So it's not a memoir in that sense, although some of these things are based on things that actually happened and events that actually happened within my family. But it's not completely that, and I only have my perspective on things. I don't know what happened to other children, particularly in the story, because it's a year that my cousins lived with us. I don't know what their perspective was other than what I can imagine. So I have lost touch with those cousins, and so they're really fictionalized caricatures of them. They're not going to be them. And I want to make sure everyone understands that. Some of their essence is there, but not them. Same with my mom and my dad and my uncles and aunts and grandparents and so on. definitely my friends are, you know, conglomerates and magnifications and exaggerations and not even like what they were. So um, I have, I kind of changed where I was at. I have 2 chapters from April that I'm going to have to put in and meld into the story of where I decided to start it. And I have another part that really is important that happened a few, you know, like a year later, earlier, I mean, a year earlier. So I'm going to have to go back in time and then come back to present. So I'm going to have to somehow weave back in time and then come to present, and, you know, so that is going to happen. And I'm not quite sure when and how, but that's what I'm going to be working out too. As we progress, I'll go back and look at my notes because I think I had some of this worked out already. I haven't, I just have changed a few things. So I have to go back through my notes, write a few more notes. That's part of what today's big work is. I don't know how much word processing is going to be. I've decided to do 25,000 words, even though I didn't get to 10,000. So let's scratch that. Things came up that you will find out a little later on in this video. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to revise that goal to 5,000 words, not 25,000 words, 5,000 words. I'll tell you why a little bit later in this video. 5,000. I don't think I'll ever do a 75,000 again because I don't think it's good writing and I don't think it's good writing process. And so I'm just not even going to do that anymore. To write a novel in a month, maybe some people can do it, but how good is that novel? And that's not going to ever be my process. I'm a turtle. Slow and steady is my pace, and I'm going to own it. Now, if I ever write 75,000 words, great. That's wonderful. Now, there's a huge bird out there. I just have wonderful birds coming all over. I think that was a hawk flying by, and it's like I had robins out here, and it's raining. They were taking showers in the rain, and it just has been so much fun. I had robins. I had a cardinal, and I caught the cardinal on film a little, although he's not the greatest to see, but you know, I just could sit out here and watch the birds. And so this is such a great and fun creative spot, and it gives me so much like food for my soul and spirit, and it's my favorite place in the house to write and create and do. It used to be my favorite place to practice music, so I took over this corner of the house. I was like, I lost my office and I was like, fine, I'm taking this corner. This is my office. It's going to always be my office. We have a big enough dining room. The rest of it can be the table and stuff, but this is mine. I'm taking it. So that's what I did. Anyway, we'll see you next and tell you what I did in another update for May's writing vlog. See you soon. I don't know if you can see this, but there is a cardinal who is taking a shower in our little bush that we have there. It's a walking stick bush. And before I had one that was a little robin right out front. And it's funny, these birds are loving the rain this morning. And I had a robin take a bath there, and then they came up on my deck, and there he flew. I have my hair in my funky doodly-doo. My desk is messy yet, and I am working on that this week to get this whole area cleaned up. Last week I was doing some research. I'll continue doing that too this week. Hopefully eventually I'll have this all nice and neat, and I will hopefully do a little bit of writing because I thought of a way I could work on my story without having all my research done. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna go with the flow. If I feel like it's a writing day, I'll write. If I feel like I'm doing a video day like I am today, I'll do videos. If I feel like it's sorting out day, which I'm doing a little bit of today, I'll do that as well. Tomorrow I get some more bins so that I can get rid of some stuff that's in here a little bit easier. And my daughter's home today. Unfortunately, the bins didn't come the same time. But I'll talk to her a little later about this. And so that's my priority today, is kind of getting this a little sorted now that I did a little bit of another video that I'm going to be doing in the beginning of this one too. So, well, not this one, but the beginning of another video that talks about the transformation of my office area. But this one is just a little blurb for my, vlog, my writing vlog. So an update on what I've been doing with my writing, researching, and getting my space even better, a more improved space. So it's early Sunday evening, and my plan for this week, what I'm doing is I'm getting myself organized for the week, and I have these cabinets that I'm going to be moving stuff in, but hopefully my project will be that I will be doing that organization kind of in between actual research for my novels and series and this novel, and also doing some actual writing. It's May 18th, so I have the 19th through the 30th to get 25,000 words in, minus maybe about 600. So I have a good deal of writing that I need to do to meet the goal that I had for this month, which was 25,000 words. I hope I can make at least 10,000, frankly, but I'm still going to keep it at 25,000. I might lower it as the week goes on, but we'll see. It's going to be crunch time this week, but I'm hopeful. I think it can be done. I'm certainly going to work on it, and we'll see. But I do like that I have my office in transition right now, and it hopefully will be transformed along with the rest of my house gradually to the end of the month. So I'll be taking lots of writing breaks because of my neck and doing that, and so I'm kind of working at a little loss because of my neck issues that I've been having, which have been really, really bad this month. But I know what's going on, and I'm having physical therapy, and that helps. But so it was kind of good to take a week off last week to work on this, because it helped me move more, and it also helped me rest more. So, which I needed both of those things after my first PT session. And then I'm going to have in June 6 weeks of PT. So that's why I really want to get that 25,000 words in. So hopefully I can do another 25,000 in June and maybe have this baby wrapped up for a first draft by July. But we'll see. We'll see. I can see it. If I could do all of that, I could see it for sure being rough draft finished in August. But it would be sure nice if I could get it done sooner and start on a second book this year, and be polishing this one to have them both published sometime late 2025 and then 2026. That would be a dream come true, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. So for my writing today, I don't know if I'm going to get anywhere. I'm going to be working on getting some of this stuff rehomed. And that's my big goal today. I don't know if I'll get it done because I've been not feeling the greatest today. I almost choked myself to death on my lunch, so there's that. But I'm going to be wiping out the inside just one more time before I put stuff in and letting that dry. And then, I don't know, but I'm so itching to get some writing done. So today I'm hoping to work on this and then do a little research. Those are my two goals. But I'm so itching to write that I may end up writing. I have a little prayer ritual that I want to do this afternoon too, so I've got that going on. So this is my little update for May 19th. I don't see that 25,000 words getting done. I'd be lucky to get 1,000 right now, but I'm sure I've had my mind on the story, which is good. And I think I figured out a way I don't really necessarily need to do all the research that I want to do prior to moving on and how to get back into the story. So I know tomorrow I'm going to devote to some writing. I know that for sure, no matter what I get done today. But hopefully I get a lot of this part done. So that's what I'm focusing on. My neck has been really bothering me terribly. And I have an organization project now because my husband put together 2 cabinets that I've been waiting for. So I'm trying to reorganize my office area, which I'm partway done with. And I'm going to work on it a little bit more. I have a separate video with that. So I downgraded from 25,000 words, which was always a lofty goal because I only made little under 10,000 last month. And I only have 640 some words written this month. I ran into a snafu, which I told you about earlier, that I'm doing some research. Got all the research lined up. Now I have to do the research. And except for the online one, which that's not a biggie, but it's the most important for going on where I am right now, although there's a way around it. But anyway, my mind hasn't been in writing. It's itching to write now, which is good. Sometimes you need a break from it, but the problem is that I get these really terrible headaches from my neck issues, and sometimes being on camera doesn't help either. So because of having to sit a certain way, I'm going to go back. That's a little bit better. If I sit like this, I'm a little bit more comfortable right now. So yeah, I'm having a really bad day today. So I'm not getting much done at all. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do some on my video where I'm actually doing some organizing and stuff, but we'll see. And I'll have an office transformation video separate from this, which you'll see. Anyway, I'm going to stop right now. Hopefully today I'll get a little research in, but the main focus is working on this organization project and my neck and my head and everything else, which it's been a rough day today. I took a shower. I thought everything was going well, and after the shower, I sat a while in my recliner, and the way I sat irritated my neck. And it's really bad this afternoon. So I don't know if when I take my blood pressure pill, if that'll help. I don't know. But I had a few scary moments this afternoon. Hopefully it'll get better. Anyway, folks, I don't know. I really want to do this book. I don't know if I'm going to get it done. I sure hope so. I hope I feel better someday. I really do. I don't know if it's possible because of the type of neck degeneration I have, but I'm doing my best and fighting the good fight. Anyway, nothing major diagnosed right now. Just we're hoping that the PT works, and that doesn't start until next month. So I'm just kind of hanging in there. Anyway, that's what's going on. I also need to get my sleep machine going. Maybe that'll help too. I don't know. I'm just doing my best. I don't know. So last night I did get on newspapers.com, and I did research a little bit for this story. I also had a wonderful conversation with my daughter, and now I'm going to go back this weekend, which is a long weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and our grandson is gone. My husband's going to be working a little bit, so, and my daughter will probably be working a lot too. So besides making this area nice and streamlined and the way I want it, working towards that goal, I am going to work on my writing and my research. And the research that I did last night also helped some videos that I hope to do in the future and a whole series on YouTube. So I wrote down some things and thoughts on that this afternoon longhand in my journal that I have for that. So that's what I did today. And last night, like I said, I did some other research. I am going to try to work on getting those things down. I had trouble clipping and sending emails to myself with it. So I don't know what the heck was going on with that. But yeah, and they give me a really weird name that's not right for my account. And I don't know. I hope they're not sending me these to them. I have accomplished lots this month in terms of gathering research, getting an idea of what I need to do with my novel, in terms of organization, actually doing some research on newspapers.com, and in another book that I acquired. Did a lot of organizing in my writing area, but that still needs to be tweaked. And, it's been a very busy month, very productive, but not as many words as I had hoped at this point on May 26th. But, or is it the 27th? It's the 27th. Whoops. Well, I'm about at the same spot as I was yesterday. I hopefully will get a little bit of time in, but I'm not going to take you on the vlog there. I'm going to end the vlog here, and then I'll update you on whatever I accomplish the rest of this month in early June as I set goals for June. I've heard of an autocrat challenge. I'm going to be looking into that a little bit more today. They're doing a 90-day thing this summer, and I'm going to try that. But not for maybe to finish this novel, but I'm hoping I get to at least outline the sequel to this one. So maybe I'll get almost 2 done this summer. We'll see. At least 1, hopefully. This is May 29th, and on the 28th, I was able to get everything back in order for my novel. And what I had as the beginning 2 chapters are now going to be probably a couple of chapters kind of almost in the middle of the book. But, so I got that done, and I had 450 new words that I wrote yesterday. So I'm up to over 1,000 words right now for the month, but that isn't my 5,000 word goal. I am not going to be doing Wednesday videos, as you can see. As I mentioned in the description and in the title, we're just on my first novel journey, and we're going to be seeing that kind of towards the end of the month, and then also a little beginning blurb of my goals for the month. So, like I said before, you'll see me at the beginning of June for my June goals. You'll also see a short where I will tell you how many words in May I actually wrote. But I'm thinking right now, I don't know if this is what will happen, but my plan is that I will be doing always the last day of the month will be a writing video, hopefully on a Friday or a Saturday. And then on the first Monday of the month, I will do my goals for the month, or as close to the first of the month as I can get. So that's what I'll be doing. And there'll be a few videos in between too of other different subjects probably as we go along. I have a few that I started, but they'll be a little more random, but for sure I'll have 2 videos up a month, and but no more writing Wednesdays. I'm not going to be doing, I was going to do sewing Saturdays. I think I may try to do a sewing Saturday video when I get some sewing done, but right now I'm not. I'm working on writing, so. But I do have some sewing related videos that I've had for over a year ready to go, so I'll probably start putting those up and then hopefully get some sewing in. Anyway, so now this is the last bit that I'm going to film. You'll find out what I did for June, in the beginning of June, how I ended up in May. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you put that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm Tammy E, an accidental retiree is my channel. So, God bless you. Bye for now.